What love uplifts you, supports you, motivates you, empowers you, believes in you, appreciates you? What love uplifts you? Hey, Bishop Jen, how are you? Good to see you. Blessings indeed, many blessings. What love uplifts you, supports you, motivates you, empowers you, believes in you, and appreciates you? Well, for you, that's probably God. I would assume that would be Jesus. I don't see you much. No, I haven't been on as much lately. I was on all the time before, and now I'm on a lot less. I am okay. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I just needed a break. It was kind of busy there for a long time, so I appreciate that. Are you interested in coming up here? I'll put you in, Bishop. Yeah, when we lost Randy W. Horton, that was hard. That kind of took the wind out of my sail. So, but I'm better now. You went to Michigan. Checking in from work. Hello, Tony D. So the question today is, what love uplifts you, supports you, motivates you, empowers you, believes in you, and appreciates you? Dana D. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Do you believe it's important to let toxic people out of your life? Letting toxic people go is not an act of cruelty, is an act of self-care. Weak signal here today. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. It's good here. I can see message. Okay, well, I sent you an invite if you want to come up. So if you take the invite, then I will see you in the waiting room here. So, which is kind of cool. We have the new waiting room. The best apology is changed behavior. Do you believe that to be true? And are you open to changing your behavior in the future? I saw the invite. Well, you can take the invite or you can leave the invite. That is one of these great things in life. It's called free will. Do as you must. Amen. Good point. I like that. The best apology is changed behavior. When something is important enough to you, even if the odds are not in your favor, you will continue to move forward. Do you know who said that? Elon Musk. And he lives by that. He feels like you need a reason, a passion to get up every morning, to do what you need to do, and to face the day. Rick Costa is here in the house. It's been a while, my friend. Let's see. I think he's at work. I don't want to get him in trouble, but I think he'll just stay in the background there. I'm sad about Richard Roberts. I hope to see him on more often, too. He is also flew the coop for a bit. Are you guys happy with the changes on the app so far? It seems pretty stable on my end. I'm pretty happy with it. When is the last time you guys pat yourself on the back for a good job? When your head hits the pillow tonight, remind yourself that you've done a good job. Be patient with yourself. And remember that being a human being means that you achieve small, little steps and increments in this life. Always reward yourself during these small steps, these small victories. I like to think of it as a staircase. And every day is a staircase up to the goals that you aspire to each and every day. It's one step at a time. It's never easy, though. Some days I think you can jump 3 or 4 steps, and other days you fall back about 3 or 4 steps. But the key is to have the intention to keep moving forward even when things don't necessarily go your way. Okay, a friend of mine, Turtle Breeze, says, my cup is full because I'm constantly pouring into myself. What are you doing daily to enrich your spirit, to awaken your soul, to make you feel connected to the higher vibrations of frequencies in the universe? Do you feel that? I feel that. I feel the pulse of the universe right now. It's a healing truth. If you perceive external conflicts, look for the conflicts within you. Ooh. Ooh. Do you have any conflicts within yourself right now? Is there any work that you need to do in 2022? Even that is a magical number. Think about it. There's a lot of twos in there. Greetings, Michael Bathurst. I'm in the office. Haven't seen you in a while. Glad you're still here. I am still here. Still shining light. But you know what? Here's the wise chimp. Respect yourself enough to walk away from anything that no longer serves you, grows you, or makes you happy. Sometimes we need to take a break. I actually took one full day off of social media, and that was on Sunday. I've been on this crazy roller coaster now for about over 340, 50 days. I think I'm coming up to 1 year. And it's been an incredible journey, meeting so many amazing people. And, people like Rick Costa have really helped. And, Bishop Jen, the days when my spirit was low, I went to her channel and she uplifted me. Ted Hicks, you know what? You're like my brother from another mother. Tony D, him and I have done countless broadcasts together. And, I also have to put a shout out to Randy W. Horton at the beginning, as well as Frazier. So no one man does it himself, right? You just do the best that you can. Don't wait around for other people to be happy with you. Any happiness you get, you've got to make it for yourself. Do you believe that to be true? Do you believe that we are responsible for our happiness each and every day? I would like to think so. Never keep low integrity people around you. Shitty values can be contagious. God, that's funny. And that is Fit Founder. I like that. But I think, we are an average of the 5 people we hang around most in this life. I also believe at times we need to be in stillness and we need to be quiet within our inner deepest core and replenish that well. And when we don't, we suffer. And we hear a drilling in the background, as we are right now. I'm glad that many people are here today on the Happs Network. I'm noticing that the sound on the musicians is way better. So they're doing something. It sounds fantastic. I'm also noticing that the audience is dramatically lower, but the engagement is higher. Isn't that weird? Don't live with the chickens when you're actually an eagle. Okay. I like that. Yes, those chickens. You never know, do you? I like this. Working together creates synergies and momentum. We rarely talk to others the way we talk to ourselves. Give yourself a break. Kindness starts within. And I agree. The things that we say to ourselves, we would never say to another human being. The inner dialogue of many is not good. Not good at all. Especially if you're intuitive, you can feel that from them, right? And we're coming into a time when people are really self-evaluating, saying things to themselves like, I can't do this anymore. I can't do one more year of this. I can't do another minute of this. And it's because they're coming up to that reflective part. And that's the new year, right? I'm not a big believer of New Year's, resolutions. They don't usually work. If you want something bad enough, you'll do it. So last year, and I think Rick knows all about this as well, I really wanted to lose weight. And I had to do some really tough stuff. I don't eat chicken. I don't eat pork. I don't eat beef. Don't eat turkey. I occasionally eat fish. And I've cut down on everything. The one I think helped me lose weight the most was stepping away from tequila and iced tea, because that's just empty calories, right? The other thing is, too, when you're not numb, you have to start dealing with your stuff. And dealing with your stuff can be really rough at times. In the words of Jesus, love your neighbor as yourself. You can't love your neighbor if you hate yourself. Well, I think a lot of people are not great fans of themselves, and they should be their own cheerleader at times, because I think it would be easier for many people to cope if they did that. All right, let's see what happens if I do that. Oh, good. Okay, nothing blew up. So I'm going to see if I can find something here. Go like this. See what happens. Yeah, this works. Pictures. Okay, flip that over there. Flip this back. Okay, this will work. Here we go. All right, can you hear the lovely construction in the background? The miracle is the more we move towards our goals, the more we have connection with our desires, our deepest desires. What is your deepest passion right now? What is a miracle that is unfolding in your life as we speak? And what is a gift that you have that you wish to share more of in 2022? Have you been reflective with yourself recently and asked yourself, where would I like to be in a year, 2 years, 5 years? Those collective goals, they're always good. This one's funny. This one I wrote a long time ago. Never stop moving in the direction of your wildest dreams. Let your mind be free of all forms of regret and worry. Choose to believe in the power of positive thinking. Let your life be a reflection of the love awakening within you. And I must have been having a good day the day I wrote that. I also wrote this another day. When you believe in the power of prayer, you awaken new pathways to light and love in the future. Keep your mood in a deep state of endless gratitude and grace. So what are you currently really grateful for? And what is something right now that brings you a sense of stillness and happiness in your life? Now, Ted, how are things going for you at work? Are you going to be taking some time off at Christmas? I hope so. I love this one. This was one of my all-time favorite quotes. And this one is, just one second here, and then I've got to also do, it's good. That'll be good for your mind, body, and spirit. Okay, let's see if we can make this bigger. All right. I offer you peace. I offer you love. I offer you friendship. I see your beauty. I hear your need. I feel your feelings. My wisdom flows from the highest source. I salute that source in you. Let us work together for unity and love. And that was Gandhi who wrote that. Now, if you're having a rough day, here's a good one for a rough day. When the world doesn't understand your good intentions, may you understand on some level that great ideas always meet some forms of resistance and judgment. So learn to see the light, even when it seems that the only thing around you is darkness. And many of us go through these windfalls of emotions. We're happy when people are happy with us. We're sad when people are sad with us. Never let the emotions of a few dictate your mental state, right? Your mental state is so important. So looking forward to it. Good for you. Will you be off for a couple weeks? A lot of businesses take a couple of weeks off in that period right there. It's a recharging. Yes, right. Yeah, it's a couple of weeks usually. You don't need to change your negative thoughts. You just need to change how you engage with them. Observe them. Choose not to believe in them, and then let them naturally pass like clouds in the sky. They will pass. They always do. It's like that saying, this too shall pass, right? Which is right out of Scripture. I love this one. This is an oldie. The truth is, everyone is going to hurt you. You just got to find the ones worth suffering for. Do you know who said that? Bob Marley. The truth is, everyone is going to hurt you. You just got to find the ones worth suffering for. And if you can find that, someone, that you love beyond yourself, you love beyond your ego, someone that you connect with vibrationally, someone that your frequencies match. Yes, Rick. That's beautiful. You're funny. It's very good. All right, let's see if you can figure out who wrote this one. Be thankful for what you have. You'll end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never, ever have enough. Right? It's those also in life that have to feed the ego or constantly attain new things that sometimes don't ever find the finish line. Because what would be considered the very best in the world would never be enough for them. The cup runneth over, right? I remember someone said to me a long time ago, they said, Michael, the devil's cup is never full. I was like, weird, but true. Okay, so if you see the number 111, what do you think that means? Anybody who's in the comments now or in the replay, what do you think 111 means if you see it repeatedly over and over again? Rick says, I bet you'll love the book of Proverbs in the Bible. Lots of wisdom there. Yes, indeed. I agree. So if you see the number 111, your intentions are manifesting quickly. Make sure you're focusing on what you actually want, not what you don't want. And I believe that in our thoughts every day. Anyone see my treasure around? Is that what you think 111 means? If you see the number 222 repeatedly, what do you think that means? It's good luck. Okay, well, 222, stop worrying. Everything is working out just as it's supposed to be. Trust that you are on the right path. This one I see a lot. Maybe too much. The number 333. So, I woke up a long time ago. A few years, maybe 10, 15 years ago. I woke up almost every night at 333. 333 is mind, body, spirit. Focus on all three aspects. Don't neglect one for the other when you see this number. So basically, it's about balance. Ramsey, how are you? True Talk. Hello, my friend. How are things? 444. You are completely surrounded by angels. You are being guided through whatever you're focusing on. Well, it's a good question. What are you focusing on right now? Are you deep in the depths of despair, or are you starting to map out a great life in the future? Luck does not exist. Ah, okay. Do you think we manifest everything? Do you think we're not supported? That's a very atheist belief. And yet I know Ramsey is not an atheist. Interesting. I love that though. 444, you are completely surrounded by angels. You are being guided through whatever you are focusing on. So if you see the number 444, that's what that means. I've been seeing this constantly lately. 555. Huge change are up ahead. Trust that this transition is your highest good. Things are getting exciting. I agree. So if you see the number 555, huge changes are up ahead. Trust that this transition will be for your highest good. Things are getting exciting. Good afternoon, Michael. I appreciate you stopping by my broadcast. I appreciate you stopping by my broadcast, Edward. It's always good. Here, let's invite you up. I think that is the diplomatic thing to do. We can have a few moments with Edward. Can't hurt. He has positive energy most days. We all do, right? Most days we have positive energy. There we go. One of my favorite people on the network, if you're not following her, is Jan Bishop. Another person truly worth following is Edward. He is fantastic. And he has great principles. He works on things every day, including his fitness. 666, your thoughts need some refocusing. This is a reminder that you are a spiritual being having a human experience. I'll read that again. Your thoughts need some refocusing. This is a reminder that you are a spiritual being having a human experience. Now, this is good for Ramsey. And what this one is, 777, because he doesn't believe in luck. 666 is you're doomed. Well, you know, it's funny you say that because one of the old theories, and it's a Masonic one, is 333 is God. And the devil said, I am double you, right? I'm double the power. I'm double the greatness. And if you take 333 times it by 2, you get 666. So that was one of the Masonic principles I read a long time ago. And it made me chuckle. But I think interpretation of numbers is fun. But the one that I've seen throughout my life and many, many years is 1111. And, you know, for many years, I would just instantly see the clock. Or I'd see 111, right? And you're in the midst of manifesting. Okay, so True Talk says, because he has mapped out everything in our lives, even if you don't believe. Yeah. I think we can assist the process, though, by being open and being flexible, because we do have free will. And for those who don't necessarily believe in one, belief, I was going to say something nasty. I'm not going to say anything nasty. I'm going to be good. I truly believe that all paths in religion are very similar and they lead to the same place. I think everybody has a different pathway to spirituality. I didn't know this one. This one is 888. Lots of money. Financial abundance is on its way. You are aligned with money. Well, I haven't seen that, and I have to admit, I've never seen a lot of money. Yes, we do have a part in it. What part in it do we have? That's excellent. I would love to know that. 999. You are being nudged to finish something because that completion will unlock the next step for you. Do you believe that's true? I don't know. And 000. New beginnings, a fresh start, being one with the universe. Okay. Well, in some countries that would be sheer abundance, like crazy abundance. Edward's trying to come up. That's what that means. Okay, there's Edward. He found his way. All right. And many blessings. He is here. Look at that. Crystal clear. He is here, Edward.
Hello, sir.
Hi, sir. How are you?
Well, since it's Treasure Tuesday, it's
Yes,
beautiful.
it's
It's
beautiful.
beautiful. Treasure Tuesday is a great,
It is.
great
We are
title.
we are on we are unfolding the treasures. Well, we have you here.
Well, you also are a treasure. We all are
Well, thank you
treasures.
so much. The check's in the mail. I promise. It's all good.
Well, they tell us all that all the time. I'm 57. I'll be 58 this month. And I
Yes.
think that just the treasure of being alive is a beautiful thing.
Every day you wake up, right? Every
Yep.
every every day you wake up. I want to
Well,
read. I want to read something to you, and it's in your vein. So I'm not going outside. I'm not doing any woo path for you. Okay. All right. You ready?
I'm ready.
A sacrifice to be real must cost, must hurt, must empty ourselves. The fruit of silence is prayer. The fruit of prayer is faith. The fruit of faith is love. The fruit of love is service. The fruit of service is peace. Who wrote that, if you had to guess?
Not sure.
Mother Teresa.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, yeah. See, and I know that you believe that in being positive, that you don't have to suffer, that there is pathways for people if they just stay in the right vibration. I know you don't like that word, but you like mindset, I think.
Well, it's a little different when we talk about the word suffer because people may suffer in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
I think that a lot of suffering that we have, especially in my life, is things that I cause on myself.
Correct.
So, there's human suffering too, where people
Mm-hmm.
take advantage of other people. That's a form of suffering. How many people suffer from their own actions that they've taken on themselves? Like I speak to a lot of different groups. We call it project accountability.
Right.
People who grew up in the projects,
Yes.
well, they have to also be accountable because if you want to get out of the projects, you got to do certain things because no one was destined to live in the projects. So what
Mm-hmm.
we say to the young people all the time, you are a project, and your project is how do you s- take what's around you and change it
Mm-hmm.
because your suffering is sometimes self-imposed. It may not even be imposed by you.
Right.
It may be imposed by the environment you were born in, but it doesn't mean you have
Yes.
to remain there. And that's why I look at suffering as a little bit different. A lot of suffering for many people is self-imposed suffering.
Yes. Do you need to take that? Because if you do, I
No,
can I can ramble
no,
on and just
no,
come
no.
back.
They're
Okay.
calling. It's okay. They can wait a few minutes while I dialogue with Treasures of Tuesdays.
Yes. Well, you said the calling. What is your calling? If you had to break that down, what do you think your calling is? And anybody
Service,
in the chat. Yeah.
service. I want to serve my family, my wife, my
Mm-hmm.
community, in my country as best I can. I want to serve as, if I can serve, I think that
Yes.
the greatest gift of all is serving other people,
Yeah.
serving because to me the the law of reciprocity, the
Hmm.
law of reciprocity.
Love that word.
The more you give in direct proportion, is going to come back to you far greater than whatever you gave. So
Yeah.
the law of reciprocity is huge. So many people today want to only see what can I get? What can I get? Not what can I give, what
Yeah.
can I get? For me,
Yeah.
I like to approach situation in what area can I give?
Hmm.
And ultimately that's going to be a much better connection. So I think that's my calling every single day, and I love that.
Yeah.
Every day I get up, what can I give? I ask my wife in the morning, hey, what would you like for me to do for you today? What can I serve you? The same thing with the people that work with our organization. I always ask them, what are we missing? What can we improve? What can we do to make sure that what you're doing is better every day? The environment's important.
Yes. Mindset.
Yeah.
Mindset is key in
Yeah.
everything.
But you
I
also,
do.
Michael, you use that
Yeah.
word mindset a lot, but I
Hmm.
use it, but at the same time, you have to make mid-course adjustments because sometimes we set our mind on something and it
Hmm.
may not be the right thing.
So you're talking about flexibility, which yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Or if you're a spiritual person, living in the flow.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Hmm.
Yes. And that's
Yeah.
what I
But
do. I try not to resist too much.
yeah. But there are foundational truths. You and I both know that.
Yes.
Whether you live in the North America or you live
Yeah.
on a different continent, the foundation of every home that is built is
Yes.
still a foundation. That's a fundamental truth. No home on the planet or building on the planet
Hmm.
is not built without a foundation. That there's
Yes.
nothing I can do about that. That is just a fact. If any
Yeah.
building, any architect is going to build a building, they have to have a foundation first. And
Agreed.
sometimes what we do is we don't look at the foundations of our life. Like I was sharing the other day about when people said mind your own business. And
Hmm.
I use the term minding my own business. Do I know self? Do I know myself enough to know what environment should I be in? What environment should I not be in? What should I be able to, what can I tolerate? What can I not tolerate? I have to choose that. To me, minding my own business is more important to me minding someone else's business because I really don't know how people mind. Some people mind everything. They're in all type of stuff. I don't want to be in everybody's mind. I just want to be minding my own business.
Yeah. We've talked about this before, but we are forever unfolding, learning, trying to find new ways to make this more rewarding for ourselves and others. And that sometimes is sharpening our tools in the sense of the way we speak and think. And for me, I've really had to work on compassion, empathy, learning that there's a dance floor and let other people dance. I think that was really tough for me at the beginning. I think one of the terms that I use is bulldozer. I'm trying to be less of a bulldozer because together we're creating a space here.
True. I agree. I think that when you use the dance floor, everyone has the opportunity to get on the floor. But you also got to realize some people don't want to do that. Some people don't want to dance at all.
No.
The song is "Get Your Back Up Off the Wall." Why?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Why? Well,
Yeah.
because some people, they true freedom, Michael, and I was sharing earlier today with our team. True freedom is when the of others, people's opinion about
Hmm.
you don't affect you.
Yes. That's
That's true
mastery.
freedom. That's
That's
true
man.
freedom.
Yeah.
And I think that whether it comes from your spouse, because
Hmm.
all of us who are married have had our spouses or even ourselves say things
Right.
that say things we didn't mean.
Well, thank you, Kevin. We appreciate that. There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I take it. Yeah,
We'll take
I
it. Right.
prefer a slow dance with a partner. Yeah, that's true.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, but some of us, but the reality is that a lot of how do I win me? You asked me that question. What is my purpose? How do I win me? How do I serve at the vulnerability of other people, because if you serve, you could be hurt, you could be
Yeah.
injured, you could have suffering, because, some people serve with expectation. And I serve without expectation. I serve because I believe service is the highest form of giving yourself away.
But that's unconditional love. And
Yep. Not
and we
based on
live
condition.
and we live in a world, like you said, what's what's the outcome for me? What's my sweet spot here? What do I get out of this? And I think people who are evolved will do things knowing that that person will never be able to reciprocate, but they know that the universe will reciprocate. Because I think
Yeah.
when you give to those who have no source to ever give back, that's true humility to me. That is true connection with God if you believe in God.
Yeah. Well, I think you said it clearly. How many of us can do that where you just give without expectation or give out you giving? Unfortunately, Michael, you and I both know that the laws that exist have built in them
Mm-hmm.
reciprocity. It's
Yes.
automatic, but the difference is how many of us don't give and don't get that law working on our behalf. So a lot of us hold back who we are. So we don't get the opportunity to help others.
I like this. It says, giving helps others in need, but it also helps out the giver. And I think you're
Yep.
right. I think vibrationally within yourself, we all need to feel like we're doing something, that we make a
Yeah.
difference. And that might be for some people enough. We are living in a world, though, now, and not everyone, but we're living in a world that you have to go. Okay. Okay. Peace. All right.
I'll be back.
I'll be back. I'll put you down. There you go. Okay. So he's got a call. He's doing what he can do to make some money. Edward, what I suggest to you is when you're ready to come back up, just in the messages, tell me, and we'll put you back up. Well, thank you so much, Kevin, for the award. Giving helps the others in need, but it also helps the giver. I love that. And I also love, too, we as a human race need to stop judging people and just work on ourselves. Well, if you're feeding the pain body, that's hard to do because if you want to feed the pain body, you have to give blame to someone. And if you can't give blame to someone, then you have to look inward. And for many people, looking inward is very scary. That is the last thing in the world they want to do. It is better to give than receive. Yeah, I think we live in a world though where a great deal of people love to point fingers, place judgment. You know, they live in victimhood. I'm going to read something here. Be selective in the battles you choose. Sometimes peace is the best and the best decision. Be selective of your battles. Sometimes peace is better than being right. Right? And you have to say to yourself, okay, do I want to be right in this situation? Even though I know I'm right, but I'm going to do severe damage to this relationship. And it can be a client, it can be a loved one, it can be a spouse, it can be a significant other. Sometimes I think you have to look at the landscape and say to yourself, okay, what am I going to lose if I choose to be right in every situation? Sometimes you have to show a little kindness, a little empathy. And I don't mean live, in delusion where everything is perfect. Nothing is perfect. We all know that. The greatest source of happiness is the ability to be grateful at all times. And, many great leaders believe that if you can find the silver lining and you can find happiness in sometimes what would be deemed or seemed to be great suffering, you're doing great. You're doing great. Because I think when you live in a sense of gratitude, it opens up pathways for other things to come into your life, other forms of abundance. But if you focus on lack, then you're saying to the universe, I want more of that. And I think it's so easy to be angry and not to let things go and just dig in. And I've been very guilty of that in my life. I'll get angry about something. And the truth is, those who try to get even rarely get ahead. That's an oldie but a goodie. At the end of the day, I am at peace because my intentions are good and my heart is pure. Do you know who said that? Anybody? No. Oh my gosh, having to be right. That drives me nuts. It's like its own religion, practically. Yeah. Well, the other thing is, too, what may be right for me is not right for you. It all has to do with your morals, right? The way you're brought up. Happs is a joke. Okay. That's funny. So, Debbie, what makes it a joke? Are you upset with Happs? If you can break it down, that'd be great. So, I recognize the name. There are many people in your boat right now that are very upset with the changes, and I'm always curious to know why people are so emotional about it. You are forever discovering new avenues of divine wisdom and goodness. Stop comparing yourself with others. You are simply perfect in the eyes of the universe. I wrote that quite a while ago. I must have been having a good day. I deleted it. Oh, I'm sorry. Was there too much drama? Is that why? I always enjoyed you being here. I was, even when you were mad at me at times, I understand. But I don't think it's a joke. I think it's uniquely structured, but a joke, no. It's got good video quality. It's got great audio quality. Okay, well, here's a statement. You guys ready for this? Blazing. Hello, everyone. All right. Let's see what we can do for Blazing here. All right. There we go. We'll invite Blazing up if he wants to come up. And we'll see what we can do here. James. Haven't talked to James in a while either. There we go. Okay. And get rid of that. And get rid of that. And I think we're okay. I miss James Little. He is awesome. Totally awesome. Actually, there's one part of the show I need to do. One sec. Okay, here we go. We'll do a few of these. I haven't done these for a while. So let's click this. Got to hit the little purple guy. All right, here we go. The lighting right now is fantastic. I love it. So you'll be able to read the cards well. You know who that is? He was just on. Good old Edward. And the wonderful thing now with this new platform is you can give awards to anybody at any time who's been in the broadcast. Here's one of my favorite people on Twitter. And that's what kind of the Twitter treasures is. If you're on Twitter, please follow me, Michael Bathurst, or shout MGB. Anne Rush, she's doing phenomenal lately with her cooking shows. Her numbers are mind-blowing. Well done. Couldn't happen to a nicer person. Here we go. 3 individuals that are all amazing. Neville is on Twitter. And it says positive energy. There you go. Shiny hippie, which is peace, diversity, and healing. And then we got Mel here. And she's fitness, art, and she's a Hap legend as far as I'm concerned. All right. Everybody knows this guy, Jay's son Happs. That's awesome. I don't think the softball went as well as it should have. This is something to remember at Christmas time, okay? Abusive customers can break your heart. So if you're having a crapo day, don't be mean to the staff, right? It's not their fault. 9 out of 10 times, the things that are going on have nothing to do with them. Literally nothing to do with them. Okay, here's something I wrote a long time ago. Again, when you don't like the people your friends are dating, don't think it's all right to become a broken record about it. You just might lose a great friendship over your distaste of their partner. Sometimes just being patient and letting time take care of it is the best answer. And I believe that. We've all had in our lives where, situations where we're not too happy with people. Here, I got to click this. I think I did that wrong. Oh, we got James. Okay, we got James. I'm asleep at the wheel. Okay. Please do not do the flipping around. I'm begging you. No flipping with the audio. I beg you. Good to see you. Blazin, I don't think I can hear you.
Oh, hey, I didn't know I
Oh,
was
there you
actually
go.
already up.
You're on mute.
Oh,
All right,
hi.
perfect.
Oh, okay. Hi.
You're
Hey,
good
James,
now.
how's it going? Yeah, I'm good.
It's been a while,
I'm
James.
doing all
What have you
right.
been doing, buddy? Yeah, I took a break. I was going on like once a day. I even took Sunday off, and I've never done that since I've been on Happs. I took actually a mental health day, which was good. Yeah. Well, it's the same with you. Like, do you do the fitness thing every day, or do you rest your body occasionally? Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And how old is he again? Yeah. Yeah. Well, you don't peak until you're older. Did you know that? Like in your 30s for strength. Yeah. Yeah. That's funny. That's funny. Blazin, how are you, sir?
Oh, I'm doing okay. Just a bit tired. How you doing?
We're doing well. Did you watch the show at all earlier? Some of the numbers we were talking about and
I caught some of it.
some
Yeah.
of it. That would just be Manui to you, I'm pretty sure. Um,
Yes, it's all to me. It's
if
all pseudoscientific. Yeah.
yeah, um, James, if you see 111, your intentions are manifesting quickly. Make sure you're focusing on what you actually want and not what you don't want. What number do you see a lot, James? Do you know what 333 is by any chance, besides a Masonic number? Mind, body, and spirit. Focus on all three aspects. Don't neglect one for the other when you see this number. So basically, it's about balance. You believe in balance, though, right? Blazing, you believe in balance too, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I do.
Yeah. See, I find with a lot of atheists, they actually have a moral code, and sometimes I think it's more solid than a lot of people who go to church because they base things in logic. Do you think that's true?
Um, Actually, I think I've heard I've heard you mention that before. Oh, you
Yeah.
think logically as compared to somebody who go to church. I think all humans think logically. It's either is it good logic or bad logic.
Okay. What would be a bad logic then? Explain that to me. Is that relative to the
Bad
person?
logic or bad? No, well, no, it's not relative to the person. It's just relative to how us humans think. I mean,
Yeah.
even I have, even I will display bad logic decisions because I'm a human, and sometimes our emotions get the better of us. But I think we are just logical beings in the sense that
Yeah.
we're rational and we do reason. We just don't reason the best all the time. So
Now you know what I've noticed recently with Happs? For a while there we had crystal clear picture, but the sound was wonky. And now
hmm
the picture isn't always perfect, but the sound is better.
oh,
Like
good, good, good.
yeah, because I find the sound is better now, but for a while there the picture was like mind blowing with everybody. And now I don't know if they've maybe put a little more bandwidth towards the sound. I don't know, but the sound, especially on the concerts, is phenomenal. Like when
Hmm.
they have the live performers, because it used to be brutal.
Today's the 7th, right?
Correct. Yeah, he's
See,
doing
like
his
Rick, I like what Rick wrote. I thought
yeah.
I think some moral standards are universal, like don't kill. Um, I
Right.
think, I think there are moral times to kill, though. That's the thing. I think just saying
Yes.
killing is immoral is, I think there's times where, unfortunately, having to end another life is a moral thing because of the consequences that the positive consequences that it
So
comes with.
you
I
do
mean,
you mean
it's
like feeding
yeah,
yourself, like if, like hunting something for food? Is that what you mean?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Or or in self defense, somebody's coming in your
Yes.
home to harm you.
Yeah.
You and your family. I think in that instance, it's the moral thing to do is to, I'm not saying go to the extreme. I mean,
Yes.
if you can solve a situation without killing, but there's times where unfortunately that has to happen.
James, have you watched Grumpy Old Man 1 and 2 recently at all? Have you?
It's on my bucket list for this month, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why? Why
That
is
was
there?
brought up on another cast recently.
Yes. Yes. It's code. It's code. It's
He
deep.
knows.
It's deep Haps code.
He knows.
It's code for Blazins getting too deep and getting too serious. Let's move on to
No,
another
no, it
topic.
has nothing to do with you. You're not old.
Nothing to do with
You're
me.
good. You're good. Blazin, if I make a card up for you, would that be okay and promote you?
Cards. I never see my card. What's up with that?
That's fine.
Yeah. You're on my broadcast like 3 times a week, 4 times a week. I don't think we need to
Oh, so
promote
that
you.
man, I don't get a card.
I can make you a card. Do you want it?
Nah, I'm just giving you. I'm just giving you a hard time. It's all right.
Well, you know what's funny? Here's one of my favorite people. I don't know if you guys remember this guy, but they had to get rid of him because every other word was F.
Really?
But he was really interesting to listen to.
And he was a yoga dude.
Well, he said he was. He was. I think he was homeless. He sold flowers. He had some really wild theories about what the government was doing, and he had a bit of a potty mouth. But I really enjoyed the way he processed his thoughts. I thought he was quite clever, and he was fun to watch. But he didn't last very long. And now we have individuals, who are coming up on YouTube and saying that Happs is garbage. How do you guys feel? I would love a rebuttal on that.
I think
I
that
haven't seen any of that on YouTube. Wow. No, I haven't.
Well, I had it today in the broadcast. That's why I'm bringing it up. And I even know the
Mm,
individual. And this person is in the past been very, very angry with me. So
mm.
it's just poor taste. You know, it's like if let's think of it this way: if you leave a review on Yelp
yeah,
and your review is negative, but in a polite manner,
Yes.
then the response is going to be well taken. But if your response is negative, all large is fine. Oh, my bad. Sorry. Okay. Um, uh,
Now, if
but
I
again,
was there with you, would you buy us both a coffee?
of course.
Okay. I just need to know
I
that
want
before
one.
I make you a card. There you go.
But if you are just going to,
Actually, I'll take a chai tea. Take a chai
He
tea.
wants a chai
if you're
tea.
just going to talk nonsense, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
and just in f bombs or foul language and just being really inappropriate about it, guess what?
Hmm.
Nobody's going to listen to your review. No,
Yeah.
you just your energy. No, say no.
But that was the format for our shows at the beginning, and a lot of people watch them. So I don't know. I think some of the broadcasts we did at the beginning were pretty wild, buddy.
Any, they're not going to.
And there was some definitely f bombs.
Oh, I'm guilty of dropping uh, bombs quite often.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got no recourse about it though. I
Is it a
have people that
release for
still watch it,
you?
but that's okay.
Is that what it is when you get
No,
frustrated?
I just don't look at I don't look at words like that. I don't look at like the word the f bomb or
Yeah.
I'm trying to be nice on your broadcast. I don't look at those words as
Thank you.
bad words.
Hmm.
They're just words that we can use to enhance our sentence, bring meaning to something more
Yeah.
in a more passionate way. I think it can get people's attention.
Yeah.
I think there are ways you can overuse them. I don't like. I think there's a difference between using a cuss word in a sentence and using a cuss word as an insult. I don't like using cuss words as insults. I don't like to insult people too much. Sometimes it might slip, but I just try to use instead of calling the poop, I'll call the poop shit. That's all.
Rick says that would be fun if someone wanted to discuss cussing with me on here. That would be fun.
I would love. You know what? I think that would be a great conversation. I would love to have that conversation with you, Rick.
We can't hear you, James. At the moment, he's gone. Oh, he's gonna do the spin.
I think he does.
He's. We're gonna go around in circles. I have a
Yeah.
feeling. No, he's leaving. Okay. All right. We're good. There you
Oh
go.
no.
He decided not to spin around. He may have to do some stuff. You know. How are you
Yeah.
holding up at Christmas? What are some of your stresses right now, sir?
I'm sorry, you broke up there on.
Oh,
Was
what
that?
are some of your stressors right now for Christmas coming around the corner?
Oh, dealing with the traffic
Okay.
and dealing with rude people. It seems like everybody's more in a hurry this time of year
Yes.
when people's tensions get high.
I don't
Yeah.
know if you can see this, but I even addressed it. I said abusive customers can break your heart. And at this time of the year, people are maxed out
I
in their emotions.
I I 100% agree. I like to say that I'm getting an echo back on myself here. Hold on.
Are you really?
Okay, it's gone. Um,
Okay. Yeah.
I think we should.
Headphones, man.
It's customer
Headphones.
ser. It's
Go ahead.
customer service, not customer servants.
Oh, I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. All right. This is what I hope we can find on Happs. I don't know if you can read that. Strong community and connections.
I just heard James in the background though.
Did you? James is back. He's going,
Hmm.
woo. Good. Thank you. That's awesome. See, and think he heard you, James, in the background. Isn't that funny? He could hear you in, and I'm noticing that with some of the guests, they can hear people in the waiting room.
Interesting.
Does he even know you're there? James, do you know we're here?
Yes. Hello.
Okay.
Oh, hey, Michael.
Sorry.
Ed. I think Ed wants to come back up.
Does he? Perfect. I didn't. Michael, I attempted to come back and it won't. Well, okay, we'll just give you a new invite, buddy. No problem. We can do that. That we can do.
Oh,
All
and
right. So,
what? I want to give a shout out to this song. It's called
sure.
it's called "Let It Go."
Let it go.
I think a lot of people maybe just need to listen to it a little bit more than not.
Do you feel like a lot of us are holding on to things?
Yeah, specifically people on Happs. They
I
just
think
can't.
in general, honestly.
Yeah, true. I think in general, yeah.
I think this is
Let's
an
go.
incredibly stressful time. I just re-invited you, Edward. So if you want to come back up, yeah, you're invited. So
Well, it's also it's like some people just can't stop living in the past, you know. And when you, it just I don't know. I don't understand it.
I think it's harder when you're older, especially if you accomplished a lot in your youth. That's your golden years, the golden days, if you like that.
I'm not saying
And
don't
it
pass
was
or
David Bowie who said golden years, right?
yeah.
Glory days was Bruce Springsteen, and a lot of people live in the old days because there's not a lot of
Like that.
hope in the future for them. Where I can see you being 80, James, and pursuing something.
Oh, I'm going to pursue something for the rest of my life.
Yeah. As long as you have breath, I can see you stirring shit. You know?
Yeah, not necessarily in a bad way.
No. Don't paint me ugly.
Don't pay me ugly,
Don't paint me ugly. Whatever you do.
but you can pay me
Yeah.
naked.
Yeah. Yes. You should do that soon. While it's still worth painting. Right? That's the key.
It's I'm not going to not. It's a lifestyle for me. I'm not going to not take care of myself one day. I'm not going to wake up. I'm not taking care of myself. No.
It's all good. We invited you though, Edward. You have to beam yourself back up. We invited you
I
again.
got inspired by this 83-year-old grandpa who is in
Yes.
amazing shape.
Right?
Works out I think every day. Weight trains. He's like solid, cut
Yeah.
muscles. 83 years old. I looked at that guy. I got inspired.
That's
I'm like,
incredible.
I'm gonna be 83 one day, and I'm gonna look just as good as that guy.
There's a lady who's 75 and she looks like she's 65 to me. And she's built. What are you eating there, sir? I can hear you, Blazin. He's lighting up.
Oh
Is
no,
that
really?
I
I
can
was
hear
actually just tearing up. I was tearing up some bud and putting it in the bowl. That's so weird. You could hear that.
I can hear.
You can hear.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. We know certain sounds. We've ventured into different worlds
Man,
in our life. We know.
you guys know me too well. No.
Yeah. Well, or we know aspects, right?
This
There's
guy has
certain
a
sounds.
True. Yeah, true.
tin man. I wonder if he sells.
Is that your dogs?
No, no.
Yes, my dogs.
Yeah. His dogs always sound like someone's at the door, but then I hear. Yeah. You love your dogs, and so does
I
James.
do.
James is pretty fond
I
of his
do.
dogs too.
I think that's why me and James gets along. We're dog people, regardless of anything else.
I love animals.
Yeah.
I think it's easier to love animals because they're so
Most cases, better energy than humans.
right, and they're a great source of unconditional love and light.
I
You know,
was just gonna say the exact same thing. Yes.
they're amazing. And what I love about animals is if it can be 5 minutes you've been gone, and they act like it's been 3 years. There you are. Oh
Hmm.
my God. Yeah, it's wonderful. And if they haven't seen you for 3 or 4 days, they lose their mind. Yeah. It's
Oh, you
but
know,
you
it's
know
funny.
where are you going to get that kind of love, right? In this world, like that's
Unconditional,
unbelievable.
yeah, it's unconditional love.
Edward, I'm so sorry it's not working. I find it gets wonky if you leave and come back. It sometimes won't work. Animals don't argue with you or get the last word, and I don't think they hold grudges. They're aware though.
Some
They do
dogs
get
do.
jealous though of other animals. I have noticed that. Like, hey, why are you giving that dog all the attention?
They do, you know, they do get irritated though. Like if they want something from you and you're not being
Yeah.
responsive to them, they'll be like, "Hey, hey, come on, let's go,
Hey, man.
right?
Yeah,
Come on."
I would agree.
I think they're really good adapting to a routine and like eating schedules, walking schedules, park schedules, and when that time comes around, they get antsy because they know it's time to go do something.
Find you,
Yeah, mine do. Yeah, yeah.
mine as well.
I love what Karen says. If I don't walk mine, they get very upset with me. Well, they're really regimented, right?
Hi,
And
Edward.
I mean, they're look at it. Structure is very important. Doing things in your life, like especially
yeah,
like if a lot of people that were in parts of the world that really did get locked down,
yeah,
it's really the United States did it, right? Let's face it, we did it. We pretty much still a lot of us did whatever the hell we wanted, but a lot of people didn't, and they got locked down. And in
yeah.
order, and like that especially need to get themselves in a routine so
Mm-hmm.
that you're not losing your mind. You know, don't just sleep whenever, wake up whenever, do whatever. You know, at least that's my opinion on it. I think routine is very important. Structure and routine is very important.
Yes. Are you talking in marriage or are you talking with animals?
Balance in your whole life. Just
Yes.
with everything you do in life.
So, if you were to give marital bliss advice, what is a nugget of gold now that you've been married a long time to
If
someone
it's
who has?
any relationship, it's communication. If your communication breaks down in any relationship, the relationship hurts and struggles, and it'll ultimately will die off. Right? You have to have communication.
Yeah. See, I think relationships are like gardens. They need mending,
Tending to.
nurturance,
Yes. And
right?
you have to have those difficult conversations because a lot of times like anything, if you're not if the more you withhold and don't like it always feels like worse because in your head you always think things are worse than they really are, and then when you actually let it go and you talk about something that you thought was going to be a complete whatever, it's
Yes.
like, wow, you know, and you feel so much better.
Well, what's the saying? Something like 9 out of 10 things we worry about most never actually come to be.
It's also percentages like 90%, like 90% of
Yeah,
what we worry
but
about.
I think we're wired to worry because it's part of our survival mechanism.
Yeah.
You know, some people even say that guys can cannot worry. It's and I don't know the truth of this, but obviously it was a
I'll
woman who
be
told
right
me.
back, guys.
He said that it's easier for guys to not worry as much as women. And I was like, I don't know about that. I mean, I think anybody can choose do something or not do something, right? I don't think sex has necessarily makes it more or less or more difficult or less difficult.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, I see what you. Yeah, it doesn't really. People. We as humans we worry. It doesn't really. It's irrelevant of what gender we are. We worry. It's
Yeah.
part of who we are. That's what I heard.
Or what's it? There's this book. What's it?
I hope that was a stillman.
Met women. Women worry more about the little stuff, and men worry more about the big stuff, or something like that. I'm paraphrasing, but it's something like that in the title.
I'm not sure. Hmm. Interesting thought though. I never really dwelled on that.
Well,
Be
what do you
interesting to look into, though.
man? What do you
Huh?
think? As a man, what do you think you worry about more? Do you worry about big issues, big things in your life, or do you worry more about little stuff?
Whew. At the moment, I think the little stuff is what's been getting me more worried. Actually, you know what? I take that. Maybe it's a combination of both. It's the little stuff that's worrying me now that if I don't stop or find a solution or realize that it's out of my control, then it becomes a bigger problem later on down for me to worry about. I think is how I'm going to rationalize that. So, but yeah, it's a combination at the moment.
Yeah, I don't
So
really.
I'm sorry. I can never give yes or no answers, especially with open ended questions.
No, it's
So
fine. No, that's yeah.
okay.
I I think the little stuff for me, I really don't give much thought for it of little stuff. Like
Hmm.
it's just it's very insignificant in a lot of ways.
Yeah. But then again, what you might consider small, I might consider big, and vice
It's
versa.
true.
So
It's very
so
true.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. No, that's very true.
Hmm.
What do you got going on today? You just chilling? You already work or you
I, I work at night. I'm just chilling for the moment before I get my day started. I get to
you're,
sleep. I
so
get to
you're a
sleep
night
in
worker,
the
huh?
mornings.
You're a second, third
I
shifter?
am.
Yeah.
Second shift, third shift. I go in at 6 at night, whatever shift that is. Probably second shift.
You know, I used to do that years ago. I did both. I did one. I think one time what was it? I went in around was it 7 at night? I think
Hmm.
something like that. And then it was till I think 3 in the morning or something like that or whatever. It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's a whole nother thing coming home. There's nobody on the road. you know,
Oh, dude, it's the best time. There's like nobody out there to slow you down, but nothing's open either. So
true.
it's a give
Very
and take.
few 24
Yeah.
hour places.
Yeah. I used to work in a 11 o'clock or 11 p.m. shift to a 7 a.m. shift when I was in the military. And I remember getting off one morning at 7 and going by the Class 6 slash shopette, which is like a convenience store, liquor store on base. And I'm standing in line with a bottle of whiskey at like 7:15 in the morning. And this lieutenant turns around to me and says, "You start drinking this early?" I'm like, "No, sir. I literally just got off work 15 minutes ago. This is my nighttime. I'm gonna go have me a nightcap and go to bed." He kind of just looked at me. He's like, "Well, all right, carry on." So because it's this weird dichotomy of like your whole schedule is flipped on its side as opposed to a lot of other people.
You know, no, but when you're in public, if you're doing that, you almost have to just take the initiative and just say it right out. Yeah, I just got off work. I'm a night shift. Time to go my liquor.
I, I promise I don't start my days off with this.
right, right. I swear I'm not an alcoholic.
Yep.
I don't wake up and
Yep.
go whiskey.
Whiskey. Yeah. Maybe when I was like 21 on my 21st birthday, I might have done that, but no.
So, what do you think an alcoholic is? What would warrant in your mind someone who's an alcoholic?
I think I'm an
You know,
alcoholic. I think I'm too dependent on it. I think
Okay.
it's a level of dependency. It's a level of habit and stuff. It's yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I'm an alcoholic, and I know I need to fix it. So
Is it
yeah,
maybe
oh, are
just a
you?
stage you're in right now in your life? Maybe it's a
it could
coping
be.
mechanism.
It probably will could be because I used to not drink this much. Actually, I not drink for like years at a time, and then
Yeah.
in the last couple, yeah, yeah.
Well, you've
Are you
been
sure?
through a lot,
But
What's your definition of an
yeah, but
alcoholic?
it's still not healthy though, and I know that. See,
right?
see, here's one of those examples where I know it's wrong, but because my fallible mind is going at it the wrong logical way, I'm coming out with the wrong decision. So I
Yeah.
keep drinking.
What's okay? You have to explain to the average person what a fallible mind is.
Okay, fallacies. We're all human. We all make mistakes. We're
Yeah.
fallible thinkers. Even though we're rational creatures, we're still fallible.
Yeah.
We tend to make fallacious reason conclusions based off fallacious reasonings.
Yeah.
And there's hundreds of different ways to identify a fallacy, but it's
Right.
just basically, in a simple form, it's just a breakdown in ration, a breakdown in reasoning. Um, Instead of two plus
Yeah.
two is four, you come to a conclusion two plus two equals five. It's just, you just come to a wrong conclusion using wrong reasoning. So,
Now
and
you
it's still
know
subjective too.
that you can reframe almost anything in your mind to
Yeah, you
make it
can.
more palatable for yourself. But
Yeah, and that's confirmation ballast. That's ourselves convincing ourselves we're right, regardless if we're right or
right.
wrong. That's
So
yeah. That's
so the
that's
biggest step for
yeah.
me last year was when I got off of alcohol. I had to feel everything because I used to numb myself. That was one of the things I did, and not crazy.
Mhm.
But I would definitely would have fit into that terminology of an alcoholic because to me, if you drink every day, then you are. That means that this is.
You
What
know,
do you think, James?
my definition is this. For me, an alcoholic is doesn't mean you have to drink every day,
Can
but
we
when
turn you up a bit in any way, or have it closer or something?
all right, is that better? Can you hear me better?
Yeah, just please be careful of the road. Jesus, this scares me.
I am. I'm
Okay.
driving like a little short.
Yeah. No.
Little short.
Good. Good. Just keep an
No,
eye on the
so
goddamn road.
I am. I am. My definition of an alcoholic
Yes.
doesn't necessarily mean you drink every day, but what it means is when you do choose to drink,
Mm-hmm.
you get drunk. You
Yeah.
can't
No, I
stop
never did
until
that. I never did
you're
that.
passed out.
No.
You know what I'm
That,
saying?
that was my
There's no
youth.
social drinking for an alcoholic. You drink and you drink until you go to bed or pass out.
Mm-hmm.
That to me that's
I had a friend in the past that if you had a beer left in your fridge, or you had 5 beers left in your fridge, he did not leave until every beer was gone.
an
I think
alcoholic.
that's yeah binge. That's like binge drinking alcoholic. Yeah.
And for him, you couldn't give him like hard alcohol because he'd end up in the neighbor's bushes, passed out,
Because you
and
know
you
what?
wouldn't find him until the next day.
It reminds me of a
I
story.
don't
Anyway.
I don't drink alcohol every day. But why I don't believe you're an alcoholic if you do drink alcohol every day? Because what about all the people we hear about that have one little glass of brandy
Yes.
at night,
Yes.
and that's it? They live. They're relatively healthy. They live a long life, and
Yeah.
so, but they drink that every night.
Yeah.
Do you think they're an alcoholic? I mean, in my
I
opinion, I
was
don't.
not healthy. If you're drinking, and I was drinking like I don't know 4 or 5 shots of tequila with iced tea. That is not healthy.
No, no, no,
That's not
excessive.
healthy. And I was doing that every day, and that was just to numb physical
Ooh,
pain and
tequila and
I think
iced tea
emotional
just
pain
doesn't
at times.
sound good together.
It's
It's
mind blowing.
definitely
Have you ever
definitely
had
helps.
a Manhattan?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
No, I haven't. Yeah, I was always
Have
pretty
you ever had a
sensitive to
Long
whiskey
Island
neat.
iced tea?
I have, yes, yes, I have.
That is what that is without a couple things.
Mm,
So what's
okay,
wonderful
okay.
about it is okay, you've got caffeine, which jacks you up. You've got sugar, which jacks you up, and then you've got tequila, which is the only upper that's an alcohol that also is raises you up. So if you're fading and you drink those, you're gonna keep going rolling.
Oh, Rick, you're funny. I've seen those. I've seen those wine glasses where you just pop the top off the wine bottle and you put the glass stem
Yeah,
inside the bottle, and voila.
voila. Do we have Walt here? Hello, Walt. Hello, Walt. Are you in Happs, Walt? We have not seen you in a long time. Walt, would you be willing to come up for a moment? Let's see.
Hey, I got to jump down anyway, guys, to
Take
get
care.
my day
Thank you for
started.
being here.
Yes.
I I
Yeah,
uh,
thanks, Michael.
I would love one night to get you uh, get that brain firing on all cylinders. It's pretty impressive when it's grooving.
Oh, I'm down for that. And thanks, James. I always appreciate talking to you, homie. Hey, Rick Costa, I'm down to have that conversation about cuss words. We should definitely set that up. I think it'd be awesome. So, on that note, everybody have a great Tuesday.
Yes,
Bye.
please do. That would be awesome. And it looks like James is leaving too. Are you going for a run?
Yeah, I got to run into Bed Bath and Beyond.
Yes.
Mostly for the Beyond part.
Okay. Well, whatever works with the beyond, you do that.
But you take care, Michael, and
Yes,
don't
sir.
forget Happs. We miss you. We like to see more
Yes.
of.
Well,
Listen.
okay. Well, we'll have to do that in the future. Thank you.
All right, take care, guys.
So I'm reading the comments here, and it says Bernie says Walt deserted with Randy. Is that a true statement? I don't know. That's so funny. Walt, I invited you if you want to come up before I end this broadcast. And listen, Edward, try again. Now that they're out of the room, it might work. Try it one more time. So okay. So I'll get rid of Blazin, and I'll get rid of James, and maybe that'll get it going. So right now, the only two people I have invited are Walt and Edward, if they want to come up. And I'll give that a minute. Walt, do you see certain numbers at certain times? And I mean, like, do you see certain numbers on the clock, like 555 or 333, 1111? Do you ever see those numbers? Let's see here. God is a frequency that exists within. Tune in. I believe that. God is a frequency that exists within you. Tune in. So we were talking about this earlier, Walt. Be selective in your battles. Sometimes peace is better than being right. Is it more important to you to be right? I'd be interested in knowing. Life is an echo. Whatever you send out comes back. What you sow, you reap. What you give, you get. What you see in others exists in you. Hello, Christy. I see 300. Okay, I don't know that one. I'll have to look it up. That's interesting. I bet it means something. Interesting. So do you see like 3 o'clock, or do you see the number 300 a lot? For me, it was 1111 for a very long time. Does anybody believe with this statement? Do you align with it? Life is an echo. What you send out comes back. What you sow, you reap. What you give, you get. What you see in others exists in you. And see, and I believe the things that drive us crazy about other individuals, these are traits within ourselves that we hold that we are not too happy with, or things we're currently working on. So if you're having a beef with someone, they probably have. We have Vanita here. Vanita, do you want to come up and promote yourself before I go? Let's do that. Sometimes Vanita comes out. All right, there we go. There's Vanita, if she wants to come up. All right. Before you talk, listen. Before you react, think. Before you criticize, wait. Before you pray, forgive. Before you quit, try. Do you guys believe that? She says, promote. How? Are you already famous, Vanita? You don't need to be promoted. Are you like the Kardashians? You know, you're World famous. Did you know at one point Twitter was paying them $10,000 a tweet? That's crazy to have those kind of problems. I love this one. Let's do it one more time. Before you talk, listen. Before you react, think. Before you criticize, wait. Before you pray, forgive. Before you quit, try. Aren't we all legends in our own mind from time to time? Oh, oh, this is a good sign. This is a good sign. Yes. Something happened. Look at that. It worked. You're there, buddy. Can you see me?
Yeah, I had to change locations completely and get off of my iPad completely. It would not work and let me back
Yeah.
up on my
It
iPad.
locks up. It locks up. If you leave and yeah, it's weird. And I think also with my iPad, I if I have to go back on it, every time I have to do the phone number verification. It won't let me up
Oh, I
without
did. Yeah, I
yeah,
did it
you
twice. Still won't
twice.
let me back. Yeah. Hello, Karen.
So what do you do when the road
Hello,
is
everyone.
bumpy?
Hello, Bernie.
You're
What
like
do I do?
you're
I
like
pull off. Uh, hello, Julie. Nice to see you down under, my friend.
So can I read this to you and tell me if you think this is true? Before you talk, listen. Before you react, think. Before you criticize, wait. Before you pray, forgive. Before you quit, try.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's very good. I think, Michael, that the information you provide initially is knowledge for some people. To exercise that knowledge or to apply that knowledge is a whole different story. And I think that the capacity of people actually exercising those core areas of their
Yeah.
life, it just depends on what they're willing what they're willing to do, what they're willing to
hmm
accept.
Here's something you brought up earlier. Help people even when you know they can't help you back. You
Correct.
talked about this earlier.
Always.
Elliot says the dynamic duel, Michael and Edward.
I receive that. I take it. To be with Michael, I would say I'm okay.
Yeah. It's just okay. It's like a crappy dessert.
Oh no, the dynamic is, but just to be with Michael is the dynamic. I'm going with what he said.
There's always a cost to pay when there's greatness. Is that what you're saying?
Always for everything.
Oh,
And you know, Michael, we heard the term before, and I think they would have the same thing in Canada. There are no free lunches.
right. Do you want to do a word game with me and see what it stems? Are you
Say it
ready?
again.
We're going to do a word game, you and me, and to see what it spawns in conversation. All right, I'm going to say several words. You tell me which word you like best, okay? Because you were talking about the power words the other day. Community, relationships, creativity.
Relationships.
Okay. And why? Why does that vibrate
Because
within you?
the other two depends on that. You don't have community without relationships, and you cannot be creative if you don't have relationships.
Okay. So relationship, it's funny you say this because what they have here is above it, which is so weird. You said relationships, right? It says love, patience, and tolerance is relationships. Do you believe that to be true? That this is what this person wrote. Connected to those words is love, patience, and tolerance. I think tolerance is the hardest one to live, to be tolerant.
But well, I think that's a muscle you build, not something that you have.
Right. Communication skills in general are muscles you build every day. I love
So
that.
I think what happens to when you talk about relationship,
Hmm.
someone may not relate. Like I always say when people say,
the person is dysfunctional. So I always like to go to the origin. I
Yes.
ask the person, when
Yeah.
were you functional? Tell me what space you were when you were functioning correctly, and why did you leave that particular space?
I like that. I like that. But I think we also love to categorize everything, which is crazy, right? All right. So, can I give you three more words and you can tell me which one you like the best of the three? Are you open to this? Okay. So,
I'm listening.
Mother Earth.
I took my lunch break with Michael.
Okay. So,
Go ahead.
Mother Earth, clean air, family, friends. Which one do you like better?
Family,
Create
friends.
Mother Earth, clean air, family and friends.
Family,
Oh,
friends.
family and friends. That's the most. Yeah.
Yep.
That's so. I love that. Hugs,
Well,
unconditional love. That's family and friends. Those are the two words underneath it. I love this for Mother Earth. Listen to this: birthing, soul, water, strength, renewal. That's Mother Earth. That is cool.
yeah, but you remember Mother Earth cannot produce without seed. So we
That's
have a
right.
thing. So a lot of people talk about the motherland or this and that. And I always say,
Yeah.
well, where's the seed? If you look
Yeah.
at most athletes and they put a mic in their face, they always say, "Hi, mom." They never say, "Hi, dad," or "Hi, papa." And regardless of what we all think, the male in your life is tremendous responsibility to have that male figure, that person that's going to give you direction, the source, because we remember the man carries the seed, that's the
Yes.
source. And a lot of times we say Mother Earth or Motherland, we forget that
Yeah.
there has to be.
Agreed.
What
Agreed.
comes first, Michael? I'm gonna give you one, Michael. I'm gonna give you one. What comes first, the chicken
What?
or the egg?
Ooh. I don't know.
The hen. You need a hen.
Yeah. You need something there.
You
But
you're
that's
not gonna
but
get a
that
chicken or egg.
but that's the when I was a little boy, and I've said this to you before. One of the first questions I asked, I think my grandfather was, "Okay, if there's a God, who made God?" And he just looked at me puzzled, and I think he said, "You're going to be trouble." I think he said
You
something
heard
like
that?
that. I would think I was like four, and I went, "Well, how do you have nothing from nothing?" And he said, "We've been working on that one for everybody."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I take it a little bit different because
How do you take
I
that?
believe well because I believe that he God is the first cause of all things,
Hmm.
and I think that a lot of times people tend to think that God can't do
Hi,
that,
Mel.
but God. If I look at God doing what He did, He's the first cause of all things, and because of that, then I have to go ahead and accept it. Like I always tell people, I arrived here now 58 years ago because this month will be my birthday, and when I arrived here, everything was already here. So then
Right.
I got to make a statement to myself since everything was here, and I know I didn't create it,
Yeah.
but it was already here. There is an origin, and I got to go back as far as I can go into my knowledge of all the things in history that I've looked at. In
Hmm.
beginning, God created. So I got to say, in beginning, that's what I have. Now I could go around because no other philosophy, no other standard said that they actually created, but God said He did. So that's why I look at it.
Oh, can you read what Rick's saying there,
Rick
or do
says
you want me
that
to read it to you? I can read it to you if you like.
says that's thinking in temporal terms. Something that exists outside of time has no beginning nor end. Time is required for beginnings and endings, correct. And that's why I said that it is what it is. He created all things, but he didn't create it within time because he doesn't have a clock.
Yes. So when the world began for you, what day was it? So I know what day to celebrate it.
Oh, I was the 15th child to my parents, December 23rd.
Oh,
1960,
wow.
1963, 23rd of December. And I was
Mm-hmm.
the 15th child to my parents, and they went on and had two more boys after me, a total of 17 of us, 15. I'm the 15th of 17, and grateful that they are who they are.
Are you still in contact with the other
All my brothers and
16?
sisters. Well, actually, I've three of my sisters passed away. One of my
Okay.
brothers, and my mom and dad gone. In 2013, all 19 of us were alive. 2013.
So, okay. So the only way you're going to have visitation is through spirit for a few of them.
No,
You're crystal
we
clear again, right there. For a while there, you were pixelating. So, you know what I've noticed is that the sound is better, but the picture is doing weird things again. So, they must be fiddling with it.
here
But the
you go.
picture is perfect right now.
Well, Michael, one of the things as a believer in the Word of God is I don't believe in visitations.
Yeah.
I believe in reuniting. So at one point, I will see my parents and my brothers and sisters again that's gone before me.
Yeah.
At this time, they're in their state, which is a spiritual state, and I'm in my state, which is a natural state, and we're in
Yeah.
two different realms. The unseen realm, I'm in the realm that can be seen with my senses.
Right. So, but with your work, you would think you would have, seen some out of body things or felt certain things, with people passing. You probably had a few things you wondered about. No?
Uh, no, because when I approached it, no, because when I got into this profession, I
Yeah.
already knew that if you if you study the spirit world,
Yes.
there are different types of spirits. You know, you and I are a spirit. There's
Yes.
the Holy Spirit, and then
Yes.
there's unembodied spirit. You
Yes.
know, there's angels that are spirits, are created beings. So when you go through the different types of spirits,
Mm-hmm.
you know, we're spirits who live inside of a body, but there's also spirits on the planet that don't have a body. They're looking for a body to get in, and that's how they cause havoc. So you have different realms of when we talk about
Yes.
spirits. When my spirit leaves my body,
Mm-hmm.
that's when my body returns to this
Brian.
earth, but my spirit itself returns to the King. That's how I look at it. Hello, Brian.
Brian, you're a good man. You should invite him up sometime. He is a great conversationalist, and his well of knowledge is deep. I like people like that.
I thought
So
him and I already. I thought Brian and I spoke before.
he's
Maybe
a
not.
guitarist and a singer. Yeah,
Oh yeah, I've
he,
seen it several times
yeah, yeah.
on
He's a
yeah.
good guy. He's a good guy. We I think we did a show one time, and his crowd was like, "We don't need to hear spiritual talk. Just play your guitar."
I think he's
We've had enough of the spiritual guy. You need to get down, and we need you to start playing some tunes. And yeah,
yeah. I
well, I
think
mean it.
he's
Hmm?
the gentleman that has the what's the name behind him, right? The poster or the flag or
Yes,
something of the.
yeah, yeah. Beer. Yeah, he's promoting beer, but Stella, I believe, is it was what you see behind him, the flag of Stella or something like that. Um, but he is definitely an onion, like you are. There's many layers to him. Yeah, he's laughing. He should be definitely supported by them. Yeah, they should be a corporate sponsor or something. Um, I do need to go though, buddy. So we will talk to maybe tomorrow. Same bat channel,
Well,
same bat station.
I'll be walking, so I will unless I see you on these streets later today.
Or you see me on the streets in California going, "Hi neighbor." I walk by and go, "Is that Michael?"
You know, I would venture to wager, Michael. I'd probably be to Toronto before you come to California.
I think you could be right. All right. Take care,
So
my friend.
don't mind visiting. Hey, thank you, Michael. Have a good one, everyone. Bye bye.
You too. Bye bye. All right. Well, we had Edward. Brian, how are you doing? The dynamic duo. Thank you so much. I really enjoy our conversations, Brian. I feel like we have incredible synchronicity, you and I. And I wish your crowd enjoyed it more. I'm going to ask you, I'm going to do a word game with you, Brian, before we go, or anybody who is in the replay or currently in the comments. I'm going to read off 3 words for you. Tell me which word you like best, okay? All right, here we go. Food, medicine. This is a category. Food, medicine, clean water, teachers. First one again is food, medicine, clean water, teachers. Which one are you most drawn to? Anybody who's playing the game with us today. And the game is called I Am Grateful For. And Vanita says food, clean water. Clean water, yes. I think it's hard to enjoy life without clean water. It's probably the most essential thing, right? Clean water. Agreed. Okay. Within, I'm going to give 3 more words, and then I think I'm going to end the broadcast, to be honest. Food is important. Food is very important. But water is probably the most important. All right. Here we go. We are going to do, this is kind of funny. I'm going to do this one. My mind, body, and spirit is one category. My soul is another category. And number 3, kindred spirit. All right. So my mind, body is one category. My soul is another category. And number 3 is kindred spirits. Which one do you like best? My mind, body. Yes. So I think with your mind and your body connection is where you find probably the most peace. But kindred souls is probably where you find the most creativity. And being a musician like Brian is, that is probably where you're going to spawn the best collaborations with people. When and I think sometimes you need also to be a little different where there will be some friction, right? A difference of opinion. Because I think where there's, friction, there's a spark. And where there's a spark, there's a flame, right? We talked about this the other day, right? Bruce Springsteen, Dancing in the Dark. Mind, body is together. Yes, that's in this category here. It's interesting. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm just going to spin it around. But this is what I don't know if you're going to be able to read it. Yeah. Oh, kind of. Do you see that there? So it's this huge chart with all these different categories in it. Yeah, it's not bad. You can kind of read it. It's not bad at all, actually. I'm kind of shocked. Okay. It must be the lighting today. But someone handmade this, and I love this chart because it's done by pencil, and it's someone's creativity, and it's their view. Yes, thrive off that energy, indeed. Yeah. Well, thank you for the positive energy today, folks, and I hope you have a supported week. I'm going to try to go on at least once or twice a day in the next few days ahead because I know that many people right now are having a rough time. Okay, well, I can't help having a mind body, but I don't always have kindred spirits. So I'll go with that one. Well, I think Rick and I, even though we are very different in our beliefs, we are definitely kindred spirits. And I felt an ease and comfort with him the first time I met him. Where Brian and I, that was weird. Like the first time I met him, it was like connecting with an old brother, an old friend. You know what I mean? Like layers of history. And it felt like the energy was very similar. It was almost like a reflection. And you don't get that a lot. Sorry I had to leave in the middle of a storm. Oh, no way. Is the storm called Happs? Uh, Walt, are you in a position to come up? Did you want to come up for a second and say hello to everyone? They probably miss you. I would just be safe, yes. Are you still in that storm, by the way? If you are, that's interesting. So thank you, folks. It's currently 2:49 here in Toronto. Very grateful for the wonderful conversation that we had with Blazin, and we also had a great conversation with James. We also had, of course, Edward end off the show with us, and all the people who contributed to the wonderful connection we had here today on Happs. And Happs really is about collaboration and connection. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.